Right now, Australia is pursuing 8 different infrastructure projects across 5 different locations here in the Philippines. And we've agreed now to establish a plan between our 2 countries which will guide the way in which our infrastructure investment is pursued over the coming years to see greater infrastructure here in the Philippines for the benefit of the armed forces of the Philippines.
There was a mention of infrastructure plans. Can you tell us
Pardon me?
Infrastructure plans?
We cannot tell you.
Okay.
Have you ever wondered why Australia is building 8 military projects across 5 secret sites in the Philippines? This is a question that has been making waves in recent times, and understandably so. You see, Australia and the Philippines have recently forged a defense pact. This pact aims to enhance their military cooperation, strengthening the Philippines' defense capabilities in the face of tensions in the West Philippine Sea. Now, the West Philippine Sea is a region that's been a hotbed of contention, with the presence of a potential threat from a certain country to the north. Yes, we're hinting at China. The question then arises, how can these military projects possibly be enough to counter China? Should it decide to invade the Philippines? It's a question that's been on the minds of many, and one that we'll delve into as we journey through this video. So, keep watching until the end for the answer to this intriguing question. And if you haven't already, do subscribe and give this video a thumbs up to stay updated with more amazing content. So what exactly is the Defense Pact between Australia and the Philippines? Let's dive in. This pact is essentially an agreement to enhance defense cooperation between the 2 nations. It's a strategic move with the aim of bolstering the Philippines' defense capabilities, particularly in light of the ongoing tensions in the West Philippine Sea. The pact allows Australian forces to access Philippine military bases, a significant step given that the Philippine Constitution typically prohibits foreign basing. But don't worry, this agreement is entirely in line with Philippine sovereignty. It echoes a similar treaty inked between the US and the Philippines back in 2014, which also permitted the rotational deployment of troops. But what does this pact entail? Well, it's not just about troop deployment. The agreement is set to regularize military operations and exercises between Australia and the Philippines. And that's not all. There are also plans for infrastructure projects and investments designed to benefit the armed forces of the Philippines. This blend of military and infrastructural cooperation is what sets this pact apart. So why has this pact been forged? It's largely seen as a counter to Beijing's growing dominance in the West Philippine Sea. Australia, alongside the US and Japan, has emerged as a key supporter of the Philippines in these endeavors. The pact thus forms a strategic bridge, enhancing military ties and complementing existing US-led security arrangements. What's more, this pact also complements Australia's expanded access in Southeast Asia, a region that's increasingly important on the global stage. The talks come amidst the Philippines' efforts to modernize its military and navigate the mounting tensions with Beijing in the West Philippine Sea. Australia is reportedly building 8 military projects across 5 secret sites in the Philippines. But why? In the global chessboard of geopolitics, every move matters. And Australia's recent move is a fascinating one. By constructing these military projects, Australia is essentially setting up strategic bulwarks in Southeast Asia. But of course, the question still stands, why the Philippines? Well, The Philippines, with its unique geographical location, forms a crucial gateway to the West Philippine Sea. By establishing military projects here, Australia is creating a robust defensive line against potential threats and bolstering the defense capabilities of the Philippines. This move is in line with the recent defense pact between Australia and the Philippines, which aims to strengthen their military ties and cooperation. The Philippines has been seeking to modernize its military, and these projects are a part of that initiative. By partnering with Australia, the Philippines is taking a leap towards a more secure and resilient future. These projects are expected to bring in not only advanced military technology, but also infrastructure development and investment, which will directly benefit the armed forces of the Philippines. Now, there's a broader strategic context to these projects. They are not just about enhancing defenses, but also about shifting the balance of power in the region. With these projects, Australia is sending a clear message to the world, and particularly to Beijing. The message is simple. Australia, along with its allies, is committed to maintaining peace and stability in the region. But here's the million-dollar question. Can these projects really counter China if it decides to invade the Philippines? Keep watching until the end for the answer. China's growing dominance in the West Philippine Sea is a cause for concern. But how real is the threat? Let's take a closer look. China's assertive moves in the West Philippine Sea have raised eyebrows around the globe. With its extensive territorial claims, it has been transforming reefs into military installations, flexing its naval muscle, and challenging the sovereignty of neighboring nations. In the heart of these tensions lies the Philippines, a nation caught in the crosshairs of this geopolitical chess game. The Philippines has long been at odds with China over territorial disputes in this region. These frictions have escalated in recent years, with frequent confrontations between Chinese and Filipino vessels. While the Philippines has sought international arbitration and won, China has largely ignored this ruling, intensifying the tension. And it's not just the Philippines feeling the heat. The international community, too, has been watching China's actions with a wary eye. The West Philippine Sea is a strategic waterway, a critical artery of global trade. Any disruption here could have far-reaching economic implications. This concern is driving nations like Australia, the United States, and Japan to bolster their support for the Philippines. But let's consider a hypothetical scenario. If China were to escalate matters and invade the Philippines, what would happen? The conflict would undoubtedly draw in these supporting nations, potentially sparking a larger international confrontation. It's a scenario that the world would prefer to avoid. So with China's potential threat looming, are these military projects enough to counter it? We started with a big question. Are Australia's military projects in the Philippines enough to counter China? It's time for the big answer. First, let's consider the strategic location. The Philippines, with its geographical proximity to the West Philippine Sea, is a key player in this geopolitical chess game. Australia's military projects here are not just about building infrastructure, but about asserting its presence in a region that's of vital interest to many global powers. Next, we must weigh in on the military capabilities. While Australia certainly can't match China's military might head-on, it doesn't necessarily have to. The Defense Pact with the Philippines isn't just about brute force. It's about intelligence, sharing, strategic planning, and fostering a cooperative military environment. It's about creating a formidable defense that could potentially deter any aggressor, including China. Then there's the factor of international alliances. This isn't just a two-player game. The Philippines, Australia, and Japan are enhancing their military ties, while the existing US-led security arrangements continue to play a significant role. These alliances could compound their collective strength, presenting a unified front that could significantly challenge China's dominance in the West Philippine Sea. But here's the kicker. Despite all these strategic moves, the effectiveness of Australia's military projects in the Philippines in countering a possible Chinese invasion is not entirely certain. It's a complex, dynamic situation influenced by numerous factors, including the ever-changing global political climate and China's own strategies and responses. While the future remains uncertain, one thing is clear. The West Philippine Sea is a geopolitical hotspot that we need to keep an eye on. Remember to subscribe for more amazing content. And keep wondering. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.